Welcome to Nerdaties. Bitches.
No topic is too absurd. No statement is too
Oh, we're
risky.
on video now.
Oh yeah,
No
no,
mouth
yeah,
is
we're
too
good.
deep. Pretend like you weren't trying.
I mean, if I realize I'm on video, I'm gonna go for the fucking.
Stumble.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Take it like a champ.
YouTube.com/nerdities.
Onlyfans.com/nerdy.
Did you see the size of that? You took it like a champ.
I fucking did. It's wide too.
Nerdy Jersey's finest mouths. Nerdities. You know though. You click the button. I am Mike. Deep Throat over there is
Justin.
And the guy in the trench coat is
Joe.
I'm the director. I shoot the film. He's my mouthpiece.
It's all white and creamy inside too.
Mm-hmm. So
Strawberry coconut bar.
that loses me all around.
Yeah, you know what though? Have you ever drink a lava flow?
No.
It's a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada mixed together, like that in bar form. It's just missing rum.
Oh, actually, I did try something you guys recommended. I ate the frozen Pop-Tart.
Oh, good.
And
yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Hey, I don't remember. Did we try the Apple Jacks Pop-Tart while I was down ever? Okay, because I grabbed a pack of them. Like, I don't fucking remember this. If we hadn't. So remember we did the Fruit Loop. I don't remember.
No. Maybe we didn't do Apple Jacks. Maybe it was just the Fruit Loop.
Okay, so I'll have some this weekend. You could try because I got like a 12 pack of them or 16 pack or something.
You know what? Saw at ShopRite the other day. That I have
they
to
were
go
there.
For now.
They were there.
Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes ice creams was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, food news is coming early. Anyway, Justin, myself, his wife, and 2 sons took a jaunt into historic Smithville Sunday morning. I wouldn't say early, just before noon.
Yeah.
Got there at like 11:10, maybe 11:15, because they were having a Renaissance fair.
Oh, that was this weekend?
That was last weekend, man. Indeed. And I'm gonna say, don't worry, Joe. You didn't miss a whole hell of a lot. It was
definitely like a dry run.
Yeah, very condensed version of a Ren Fair. Like, think about the layout of historic Smithville. It's not a lot of area to do classic Ren Fair stuff. No. But like they had a whips thing, that little dock area, or that kind of octagonal dock area over by
Costello's Pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were doing some Ren Fair stuff. They showed jousting in the ad for it. I don't know why the fuck they're gonna pull that off. But there was about 20 vendors, I'd say, vending very Ren Fair-y stuff. No food trucks. That's why we think that this is a very, very dry run situation.
Yeah.
But we were there 10, 15 minutes after start time, and there was already a significant amount of people on an overcast day.
Yeah.
And I'd say about 30% of the folks there were all renned up. They were in outfit. And it wasn't just like people working there. There's a lot of people that showed up to do the experience. Like the first few minutes, Justin and I look at each other. We're like, we got to go to a real one. We got to experience a real one of these. We got to get some kind of cloak.
I haven't been to one since a real one since I was a little kid.
I said, going to find out. Give myself a year. I'm gonna get fucking yoked. I'm gonna walk in shirtless in leather pants with 2 foam swords and just challenge people to fuck.
Have the glove. Challenge you to a duel.
Did they smack? Well, you could. But that was a very French thing to do. I think you clang swords together and then say, "Who be man enough?
Or doth all ladies?
I'm a man's man. Prove thou art." Fucking, even for the limited time we were there, it was a fucking experience.
Yeah, but we did. I was like, oh, we still gotta go. We gotta go to everyone. I want to walk around with a fucking turkey leg.
We were thinking. I threw out the idea that I've seen online people go to Ren fairs dressed in their uh, their Federation outfits, pretending like they're time travelers.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I want and Justin threw out the notion that we could do Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
or just do it straight. By straight, I mean get a black cloak and a mask and walk around there like it's a fucking sex cult.
I'm gonna dress up like a fucking shinobi.
Mhm.
Fuck them all up.
Hey, technically, this is the same time period.
It is. I'd do it. I'd go.
Fun little experience, and I got a really cheap sack for my dice.
Yeah,
Daily.
you did.
Nice.
This one tent had some really fucking nice D&D dice sets, dude.
Mhm.
Like real fucking nice. They're $50
Oh,
for
I
a
was gonna
set.
say expensive.
Yeah.
Metal ones, like you look at them, you're like, what was the process to make these? Because these look really expensive. Like they were hollow. They were kind of like framework, but they weren't cheap looking. And
Yeah.
on the ends, there were like spikes. So like when you roll them, they would stand pretty obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Really great design, like kind of marbled too.
Yeah.
Not $50 worth. I'll buy my $5 pleather sack to
They had some
not lose
they had
my.
some really nice ones that were like see-through, and on the inside one had like skulls,
Oh,
and
I've seen those.
I was like, oh fuck me, if I really had money to throw away, I would have bought a
Mhm.
fucking set of them.
Yeah, those are the more reasonable type. Those were probably like 15.
No, those were still 50.
Those were 50.
Yeah.
Man, that's pricey.
They had dice towers. James just got himself a dice tower, not from there,
Yeah.
but he got himself a legit D&D.
Plug in Dragon and Dice Tower.
Yeah, it's fucking demon tower. The flames light up.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know where he's gonna put it when we play. It takes up way too much space.
He's gonna take the other wicker chair and sit on the other side of me
Okay.
and use a TV tray.
He's gonna have to.
Yeah, so that'll space out the four of you on the couch, which will be kind of nice.
That'll be a lot better. I'll actually have a place to put down my my little tray.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fun time. I was very happy we went there.
It was nice. And then my week went to shit.
Mhm. As it does.
So we woke up Monday.
Get out of bed, drag the comb across his head.
So I drive James right to school Monday mornings. We get up at 6:30. 6:30, this fucking fool comes staggering in my fucking room, right? Wakes up Ashley and Zach. And he's like, we overslept. I'm like, fuck are you talking about? He's like, we overslept. It's 6:30. And I was like, what time do we get up? Took him a second, like 6:30. And I was like, what time is it now? 6:31. Okay, get the fuck out of the room. So
He's having a lot of issues, like cognitive issues lately. It's scary.
It's concerning.
Yeah.
So I get ready. We're in the car. And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, I somehow set an alarm for 5:30. Woke up at 5:30 and fell back to sleep.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Right,
You did
right.
the startle wake up
Now
thing.
it is
Yeah.
the oh shit. I'm like, okay, well, like, why the fuck did you set your alarm for 5:30, bro? And he's like, Dad, I don't know.
There's the fuck up.
Yep.
There-
Yep.
There's the
That's it.
cognitive not paying attention. Well, it could just be the teenager not paying attention to what he's supposed
Just
to be doing. Yeah.
the quick swipe of the app, and it's whatever.
I wonder if it's like me where you have 30 different alarms just sitting there.
I do.
Once you've used only once and they just seem to stay in.
No, I mean my function for like multiple things throughout the week. Then I come back and Ashley's like, Zach's complaining of his stomach. They're like, oh, cool. This is just a repeat of Christmas time. So like, we kept him home yesterday. He was okay in the afternoon. Evening came, fell apart. It was a fucking mess. Fever at night. Woke up this morning. He started coughing last night, but like, I'm like, it's probably allergies anyway. This morning he wakes up, still kind of a mess. We're like, you know what? Easter Sunday. We're not fucking around. Taking the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, he's got a little virus, post-nasal drip things going on. I'm going to give you Benadryl for him. Because I don't think that the Claritin's working enough on its own. So Claritin in the morning and then give him the Benadryl at night. He's passed out. He passed out 10 minutes ago when Ashley came down to say goodnight. He will probably sleep through the night.
Oh, the beauty of modern medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other thing, so it's fucked up our whole schedule for the week. She was painting the bathroom ceilings. We're trying to get the bathroom walls themselves painted by the end of the week. We don't know if it's going to happen. Just timing-wise, because there's a billion other things going on. Because as Mike knows, someone I know ordered a bunch of shit last minute.
From a soon-to-be defunct bakery.
Yeah, I might be back to my other job by Saturday, which is going to fuck everything. We have D&D Saturday night. And on top of this, I need to mow my lawn. Now, my back right tire on my riding mower busted at the end of last summer. So, ordered a new tire. Tire came in. I just changed it like 2 weeks ago, right? I got the old tire off. Took forever. Got the new tire on. Couldn't get the fucking tire to bead, right? So I can't get it to stay on the fucking...
rim?
Yeah. James just texted me.
What do you forget now?
Nothing, he was saying tonight. So we take it over to our car guy. And he's like, all right, well, I'm over at the shop. Bring it over there. It's too small, clearly, for like the full-size tire equipment to work on it. He's like, bring it over to my house. I have ratchet straps because I don't own a set of ratchet straps. And he's like, I'll ratchet it on. I'll get it to bead, and then I'll throw it over there. Okay, cool. We did that on Friday last week. Monday comes, blowing him up, nothing. Or nothing all day. Last night he's like, listen, I was filling the tire, it blew up. And he's like, I could get you, I'll get you like a donut or something. I was like, they don't make donuts for fucking riding mowers. And you're going to have to replace the fucking tire that you just blew up.
The brand new tire.
Yeah, it's new. He did. He did. Because I was like, I have family coming Sunday. Like, we have an Easter egg hunt. That lawn has to get mowed. I'm gonna need that bitch by Friday. He got it today, so I'm assuming I'll have it back by Thursday. Just shit. The highlight of my week is waiting for the chaos of Saturday's. Mike's gone. Of Saturday to Mike, you're back. He froze.
I was just sitting here. I wasn't moving at all.
No, you went like blurry though.
Okay.
Whoa, weird. Justin, you went out of sync.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's weird.
That is weird. Anyway. D&D is the thing I'm looking forward to. Come Saturday night. D&D and a beer. Or 7. So it's already been a week, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's only 2 days.
Yep.
That's actually a pretty classic 30 Rock joke. What a week, huh? It's only Wednesday, Lemon. Thankfully, mercifully, there's nobody really huge that passed away this week, right? We didn't have to go directly into a rest in peace. I didn't notice any casting.
Oh, you didn't see the big thing that hit the net yesterday?
I don't remember. Maybe I saw it and didn't trip my radar.
Well, they released the cast for the Potter series.
Okay, I saw Screen Rant put it out. I'm like, okay, bullshit. But it was mostly names that had already been either confirmed or thrown out. Are they talking full cast?
They did the teachers.
The teachers.
For the first season. Confirmed Lithgow is Dumbledore. Janet McTeer is Minerva McGonagall.
Yeah, she was Jessica Jones's mom. She was also in the Menu. I think she was the critic in the Menu.
She looked good for her part. I like it.
She's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
She's not British, right?
I don't. Maybe. I don't know. Papa Essedu, Severus Snape. Snape. This is the one. The net is quite.
Oh, yeah, there's a fucking mine's over, of course.
A good-looking black man is Severus Snape. They're missing the point.
He can't be a stormtrooper.
Missing the point. It's a fucking fictional character. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
Calm your dicks, people.
I totally agree with you. Yep, it's a fictional character.
Who cares? Nick Frost as Rubius Hagrid.
Yeah.
That's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, that's fucking
Sometimes
good.
Great rumors do come true.
Dude, I am so looking forward to his interaction with the kids.
They should just make a Hagrid show.
It should.
And have him. After what he did in Skeleton Crew, only as the voice, I guess, primarily. I don't think he was on set. But hearing his voice opposite a bunch of kids, yeah. Especially since he's going to have a larger presence in this.
Luke Thallin as Quirinus Quirrell.
Okay, he was the guy who was wearing the...
Had Voldemort in the back of his head.
Yeah. So that guy gets one season.
Yeah, and Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch.
I don't know the name Paul Whitehouse.
Used to be Shithouse.
So you changed it to Latrine?
It's a good name. It's a good chain.
He's a Welsh actor. Oh, he was in The Prisoner of Azkaban. Ghost Stories. He's on Ghost Stories. We lost Mikey.
Yeah. Yep, he's back. There he is.
Totally lost my Wi-Fi. It just disappeared.
Yes, we seen that. The dude was in Ghost Stories.
This Paul Whitehouse dude?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen his face. I just don't... He's very British. He's very British. Huh?
Holy shit.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Having breakfast.
Perfect.
Guys, Vinny's joining us all the way from fucking Thailand.
Our first international call.
No,
I just saw this
with
go across my screen. Huh?
How's Thailand?
It's pouring out. I don't know if you can see it.
Sounds strange.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to say hi. Miss you guys.
We
Hi,
miss
bud.
you.
Miss you.
Hello.
Enjoy the program.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the encouragement.
I'll talk to you guys.
See you when you get back.
Enjoy those cheap prostitutes.
Woo! Me like a lady boy.
That was great.
That's a nice surprise.
I love the fact that we're on video now too. We got to see that.
That would have been pretty crazy if it happened like as I was gone. Oh, here he comes back. All right. So that was the casting, right?
That was the casting. That's all I got.
And right into trailers, which we do have a significant amount of.
Yep.
I'm going to lead with I Don't Understand You.
Oh, fuck you too then.
Why, you going to save that to the end?
Oh no, I thought you were being judgmental.
Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about the movie titled I Don't Understand.
There you go.
Nick Kroll and I don't know the other guy by name or face. I don't know anything about the other guy.
Andrew Reynolds. He was in the original run of Book of Mormon.
Oh, still want to see that.
He is one of my favorite Broadway / now Hollywood actors. He was in A Simple Favor as well. He's in a sequel, Another Simple Favor.
That's right. I did see the trailer for that drop today, right?
It dropped a couple weeks ago. They dropped the second one, and the movie comes out on May 1st on Prime.
I actually checked out the trailer for that, and it's going international, I guess. She's Blake Lively's character is getting married and is
Again.
Oh, that was
None of you guys have seen this yet.
No, the second trailer.
It is worth the fucking watch.
The second trailer drops the notion that Anna Kendrick's character got Blake Lively's character put in jail.
I'm not ruining anything. The movie is fucking incredible.
All right. I heard interesting things. No one has kissed its ass that hard, but
I'm not saying like it's groundbreaking. It's the best movie I've ever seen. Incredible, but like the level of like weird and almost petty in it.
Fucked upness.
Yeah.
That's a good description.
Beyond Nick Kroll and Andrew Rannells, the only other American I can see is Amanda Seyfried. She's playing their surrogate.
Yeah.
And then a lot of Italian people, because I'm guessing they go on vacation right before their surrogate's about to give birth. Like it's their last vacation before this gay couple gets their child that they're about to adopt, and end up in not even a bed and breakfast, getting a room from an elderly lady, and tragedy occurs and a dark comedy ensues and a lot of death happens.
Yeah.
And just like everything else I've ever seen Nick Kroll in, when he's doing someone else's material, he's fucking excellent. He looks great in this.
Yeah. Incidental deaths are tight.
This looks very interesting. Oh wait, it's already out?
What?
It's got ratings. It's got fucking 79 ratings on IMDb.
How's that a thing? The trailer just dropped today.
Yeah, it drops on June 6th.
Did the trailer have that many ratings? Is that what they do? Do they?
I don't think so. No, it's for the movie. Maybe it's like, yeah, maybe some people got on here who saw some screeners or who test screenings or some shit like that.
Or they're being cunty.
There's a 70 Metacritic score. But like, you know, for less than 80 reviews to only be at 7, it's not the worst. People are shitty.
Yeah.
And like we always say, whatever rating it is, it's probably at least 1 point off. At least. That looks pretty fun. Life of Chuck looks really, really emotional.
Bro.
That's the Hiddleston. Isn't that Stephen King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little fucking choked up watching that shit.
I got misty. Between that music and the notions that they're laying out, the very simple concepts.
Yeah.
I'm very interested. Now, this trailer that they just dropped, they threw the names Stand By Me, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, this is in that vein for him.
That Stephen King is what they're trying to promote. This is not the Carrie.
Shinning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there seems to be some level of mysticism going on. A life-affirming, genre-bending story based on Stephen King's novella about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz. And the cast is an MCU fan's wet dream.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan, David Dastmalchian, Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel, and it's some of the other names on top of that are pretty great. Matthew Lillard and his Lillard Renaissance, Mark Hamill.
Fucking hearing him narrate it.
Yeah, that's like 25% of the emotional impact of that. Jacob Tremblay, that fucking kid, that kid's really good.
Voice of Pete the Cat on the Pete the Cat show on Prime.
Oh, no shit. He did a really great job in Dr. Sleep in his 2 scenes. The one name that really, really stuck for me and I haven't seen her do anything in so friggin' long, and she might be the reason I watch this. I might go see it in the theater, I say.
Lorraine Bracco.
No, that's the other movie.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
Mia Sara.
Yeah.
She of Legend and Ferris Bueller fame. And I do mean
Oh.
fame. And Time Cop. Let's not forget Time Cop. I mean,
Who can forget Time Cop?
definitely not Vinny. The Mia Sara Trinity going on there is impeccable. But yeah, like, I haven't seen her in anything in so long. I don't even know if she's done work in a while.
I don't
Or if
think
she's
she has.
2013 was the last thing she did.
Oh.
Yeah. Totally worth checking out.
Don't fucking yawn, Joe.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not listening.
God damn it.
I'm gonna drink water. Maybe that'll stop it.
Yeah.
Murderbot
Yo.
coming May 16th to the Apple Plus. This looks like an incredible concept to me.
Fucking, can we stop giving all the jobs to the Skarsgårds?
Man, there's so damn many of them, and they're so damn good.
They
Yeah.
are really good.
I would have oversaturation with them if they were all the same fucking person.
Yeah, there's one guy that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
But Alexander Skarsgård plays a service droid, it seems, or service drone that begins to glitch and get a personality of its own. It starts to hate humans in its sentience, and it's kind of justifiable. And right before it gets figured out, gets sent to a colony or gets sent to a different place to be security, and somebody figures out there. And yeah, it's really interesting. Usually when a robot goes artificial intelligence and hates humans, they start killing everybody.
Yeah.
But instead, this thing just doesn't like humans and just doesn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah.
I liked it as a concept. But then it seems is being forced to not just deal with them, but learns to appreciate them, hopefully. Or, hey, it could be really interesting if he's never really likes humans and they figure out a way to tell a story where it's got to do its job protecting humans, never likes them, and it's still an interesting tale.
I think they can pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like Mickey 17, but without someone doing a really fucking annoying voice.
I still haven't watched that one.
I refuse to watch it because that fucking voice that Pattinson does makes
What if it's the same voice for each of them?
fucking head off a kitten.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Another movie that are great and unflappable, David Smallchin's in. Murderbot. Smallchin's in this one too. He's fucking everywhere. It's not a bad thing. Last one for this week, right? Only one more left. Nanas. N-O-N-N-A-S. Not necessarily our cup of tea initially, but I could see why Justin would want us to see this trailer. But when it comes down to it, yeah, it does kind of fit. Vince Vaughn plays a guy whose mom just died, and he's going through her stuff and finds her old recipes. And I guess he's got a real shit job.
It's based on a real fucking story.
Decides to take the recipes and reach out to other grandmothers and see if they'd like to work in a restaurant that he opens. And apparently it's about the tribulations of a bunch of different older Italian women trying to interact. This one also has a pretty damn stellar cast already.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn. Oh, let me pull up the IMDb. Vince Vaughn, Lorraine Bracco. Come on, give me some other names. Damn it, they front loaded it with all the people you don't know. All right, Joe Manganiello, Manganiello, Joe Manganiello, looking all Joe Manganiello-y.
Side note, real quick, I just saw a photo of him at some con from like a weekend ago. He's playing D&D, and in that D&D group was Vaughn.
Yeah.
And Big Show.
Yeah, I saw this picture where they're all just standing there.
I'm like, they're playing. They're not just standing there. They're playing. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like in between the
what the
game.
fuck?
Yeah,
When can I get in on this?
I don't think you're famous enough.
So
I'm a great fucking DM though.
you have Dr. Melfi and Adriana in the same movie together.
That was it. She's also in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Susan Sarandon,
Yeah.
Linda Cardellini,
And Linda Cardellini's in there.
and Talia Shire.
Ah,
That was the one
Connie.
face that I didn't really. Yeah, Adrian. It's the one face I didn't recognize initially, and then after she talked, I was like, "Oh shit, yo, Adrian."
Mm-hmm.
Campbell Scott. I haven't seen him in much lately. It's a dense cast when you go down.
Who directed this?
That's the thing. It's a story about Italian food and Italian families. Stephen Chbosky.
That is not an Italian.
Margaret- Maybe on his mom's side. You never know.
It's like me, you know. It's...
Yeah, right.
Where the writers are Liz Macchi and Jody Scaravella. So I don't know.
So
Maybe
you
they're
know.
Italian. Maybe
Okay.
there's some Italian in them. I don't know. I remember seeing one of those unbelievable facts things about a restaurant that's run by grandmothers.
It's
So I
vegan.
guess this is that premise, or there's more than one.
It's called Spiritos. It was in Elizabeth.
Hey,
yeah.
it was Spiritos, Joe.
There you go.
Spiritos. You gotta learn how to fucking say it right, Joe. You don't fucking say this right, we're gonna have a fucking problem. I'm never coming to this fucking house for dinner again.
And see.
Lion face. Ah. That one was after watching the trailer for Life of Chuck and then watching this one, I was
feeling good.
like I was feeling feelings. I was feeling a lot of feelings.
Oh, is that what hope felt like? And then I got on Twitter real fast. I was like, oh, that was the end of that. He did what now? Fuck.
Another day, another desecration.
Quick, let me put on the fucking Life of Chuck trailer again. I need to feel something.
I've got a handful of reviews. There's 3 on my own, and then we'll get into the big group review. You're caught up, right, Joe? Of course,
Yeah.
you're caught up.
Yeah, I'm caught up. Did you
Yeah.
watch Saturday? Did you watch Doctor Who?
No, I did not.
I have 5 reviews.
I watched. So. Doctor Who and probably a certain documentary.
Oh, you
that's right.
watched that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it too.
I got the first half hour of that before I went home, but yeah, I gotta finish that up.
and then the group one.
We finished it. I will gladly talk about it with Joe and partially with Mike. And then there's an announcement I have to make coming out of that.
Okay.
All right, we get straight into this. I watched Wolfman, the Blumhouse version. I'm not gonna say remake version of the werewolf mythology. Did you see that yet? Anybody else see that?
No, he's gonna shit in the hat about it.
Me?
Yeah,
You did make a face.
It's
Face.
the way you put it. It's not a remake.
No.
Then I won't shit on as long as it's not a remake.
It's
I'm not
their version of these things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you still haven't seen The Invisible Man yet, right?
No, and I've heard really good things about
Yo,
that.
I'm begging you. Like, seriously, as a fan of the original Universal Monsters, you would greatly appreciate the fact that they're not trying to they're taking the concept of all these things and making it their own and not shitting on what came before by trying to like bastardize it. You would really Invisible Man was fucking incredible. Like, I was really happy with that movie.
So far, they're taking the supernatural out of them, really.
Okay.
Because that's definitely what's going on here with Wolfman. There's none of this, when the full moon comes, when like, oh, you are cursed. There's no gypsies. There's none of that. It's kind of like a virus thing. But
Okay.
it's not like everyone's getting it. The weird thing about the trailer sets it up kind of like this is a slow burn. That this family has got to deal with the husband getting bitten and turning into the creature, and they don't know how to deal with him. It's slow-ish burn that takes place over one night. I was expecting it to be a lot more long term, to like go with a phase of the moon, but no, it's one night, and the whole plot of the movie, the whole thing centers around. Well, it begins around the notion of controlling your anger, because the
There is
main character,
there is a transformation though, right?
yeah, the transformation happens slowly,
Okay.
and the way they do it too, it's at first it's very little physical transformation. It's his perception starts to change. He can't understand what they're saying. He can't speak anymore. He can write a little bit, but they do a camera move where like it'll be looking straight on at him and then pan around behind him, and as it does, you start to see the way he can see, and it changes the light spectrum.
Okay.
Things kind of go a little daredevil-y, but it's more purple hues.
That's
They
cool.
use that like 3 or 4 times, and it gets more intense the more it's affecting him.
Final transformation, good or shit?
It's scary. It's not as werewolfy as most versions. It's not hairy. It's not very hairy.
It's not the Benicio remake.
No.
Okay.
Man, I loved that movie. I thought that was a really good version of it. If you like the original, I can understand how that could piss you off.
Yeah.
But thought that was like the transformation, the way he looked, the violence of that. This is kind of similar in the violence. Not as gory though. It's more about like his dad was not abusive but very intense. It starts off with him when he's young. His dad was very, very intense with him. And then you jump forward, and it's him, his wife, who's played by Julia Garner, who's going to be the Silver Surfer in the new movie, and their daughter, and they're very modern parents. She's kind of disconnected from the daughter, not like horrendously cliche disconnected. Like she doesn't feel like she's doing a good job. The dad's way more connected to the daughter. And on the way to clean out the dad's house that you see in the beginning of the movie, some shit goes down. And then shit continues to go down as he goes downhill even more. And it's pretty fucking intense. Pretty well done. I'm not going to kiss its ass completely, but I will say it's worth checking out if you like horror, body horror specifically. It's got a bit of a Cronenberg feel to it.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's pretty damn well acted too. Julia Garner, she shoulders quite a bit of it once it transitions into him not being able to speak. I watched The Monkey, Osgood Perkins' Gorefest.
Okay.
There were some complaints to be made for Longlegs that it was all about atmosphere.
Did you be saying you watched this movie?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, it did get the theatrical release already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's out on like
I haven't
digital.
I haven't seen it come across anything yet.
I'm pretty sure it's out on digital.
Joe, can you produce this for me?
The monkey.
Yes, The Monkey.
Don't you know you gotta look up the monkey?
2025. Release date February 21st.
Yeah, you could rent it on Prime.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah, you can
exactly
rent
what I
it,
did.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
I-
enough.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
rented
Rent
it
by
on
Prime.
Prime.
Yeah.
I absolutely rented it on Prime. Anyway, there's some criticism to be made about Longlegs, that it wasn't very horror-ish, that it was more about just unnerving, holding shots for way too long and being
Started watching
uncomfortable.
that.
If you can get into Longlegs, I think you can't. Like if you didn't get into it initially, you're not. Don't bother staying with it. It doesn't get any different.
Nah, I got like 20.
Yeah, that's more than enough to know if you like that taste.
Yeah, and I was just like, no, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
But Y2K dropped on Max yesterday. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Okay. This though, I think you might like The Monkey more than that, because that's a bit slow. I'm sorry, that's a lot slow. That's a lot atmospheric.
Yeah.
This is it's almost a Wes Anderson horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah, in that it's
Okay.
quirky. It's quirky. The settings are very boutique. Everything's very specific. The characters are very, very quirky. in and of themselves. And the gore, it's not the goriest movie I've ever seen. Hell, Boy Kills World is probably gorier than this, and the amount of blood and limbs lost. But the creativity in the way the kills are done and the surprise nature of them and the rapid nature of them. You don't go more than like 7 minutes between people dying. So it keeps you on your toes. Sometimes there's a little bit of a gap. Sometimes it's like boom, 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 and it escalates as the movie goes on. What shocked me about it, though, there is an actual plot to it. I won't give away too much, but it's about a pair of twin brothers. One's a very chill, kind of, relaxed guy. The other one is one of the biggest fucking douchebags you've ever seen in a film, ever, 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 ever.
Okay.
They're both really well played by the man. I don't even remember the guy. I've seen him in a handful of stuff, but he doesn't really stick out to me. And it's about how this monkey ruins a family over a generation. Totally worth checking out. Now, I watched one yesterday called Tuesday, only because I ran across a reel about it. Yeah, the name of the movie is called Tuesday.
I think I've heard of this one.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I ran into a reel that showed a one scene from it with her daughter and a parrot.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Let me see. Oh, it's on Max. Yes, it's available on Max right now. A girl with a terminal disease befriends death in the form of a parrot.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's about to it starts off following the parrot doing its job. Not killing people, but sending people on to the next after they've been shot, stabbed, whatever, had an accident. And then it hears her cough, goes to do its job, and before it can, it just waves its wing over people and they pass away. Before it can do its job, she starts telling it a joke.
Yeah.
And it just kind of is like, all right, listens to the joke, laughs, and they become friends. And then it's telling her, you got to tell your mom, you're going to die tonight. She can't handle it. If she, Julie Louis-Dreyfus is the mom, she won't be able to handle it. You've got to tell her. And when she finds out at the end of the first act, Julie Louis-Dreyfus does something really bad because she can't cope. And the rest of the movie is her dealing with what she did and trying to come to terms with the fact that her daughter's got to die and the effect it's having on the world.
Jeez.
It's pretty fucked up when you think about it. When you watch it, how have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah. So I saw the trailer for it a while ago, and I've seen bits and pieces through reels.
Yeah.
So I know what she does.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yeah. It's easy enough for me as I'm watching it to be like, don't do that. There's a natural order to the world. What the fuck are you doing? But it's the point of the movie. In the first act, she's not around her daughter much. She can't cope with the fact that her daughter is very sick.
Yeah.
As soon as she's looking out the window for the nurse to come. As soon as she comes, the nurse goes upstairs and she just goes out and says she's going to work. But she doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
She can't fucking cope with anything because her daughter is dying. Her daughter's her whole world.
So it's a very, as a parent, fucking horrendous notion.
Yeah. Dude, by the end of it, I had a cathartic cry. It was fucking... She's great in it. The daughter's great in it. Everyone's pitch perfect. It's a very small movie as far as cast goes. It's one of those ones that if you could figure out a way to articulate the parrot, you could do it as a stage play.
Yeah. So the parrot changes size.
Yeah. Sometimes it's very intimidating. Sometimes, at one point, it fits inside her ear canal.
Yeah.
And is talking to her. And that comes into play later, too, changing size. It's a really fucking tweaked movie in a lot of ways and visually stunning. They do a lot of interesting transitions with galactic patterns and neural network looking things.
I'm pumped that it's on Max because I'll be able to throw that on and get through the bits that I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's by the end of it, and I don't think I'm giving too much away here to say that her daughter has to die at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like based on what I've already told you, the moment it happens, she should have won a fucking Oscar. Julia Louis-Dreyfus should, because it's exactly the way people act in that moment. Nothing put on about it. It's so fucking good throughout. Totally worth checking out. All right, those are my single ones.
Bravo.
So I watched Shuti Gatwa's first episode into his sophomore season as the Doctor in the Robot Revolution. We got introduced to a new companion. This episode was very timey-wimey.
Is she new or is it the same character from last season?
We don't know. We don't know. They talk about the fact that she looks just like somebody we met already in the episode Boom. One of the I forgot what the priests. What are they called?
I can't remember now.
The
The religious soldiers.
Yeah. They talk about that. So you know, but there's weird things that happen with time in this episode.
Really, in a Doctor Who?
We haven't seen this yet. This is actually kind of cool because it involves like the Doctor's in it in this weird time thing that's happening. I like the dynamic between the Doctor and the new companion. It's different. They're not like instant best friends.
Yeah, here she challenges him a lot.
Yes. It's the Doctor and the nurse, as they're calling it.
It feels like it could be a rehash of the Clara Oswald-Oswin concept of her bouncing through time.
Love her though, man.
She was fucking great.
Yeah, she was.
The story and her as a performer.
Yeah. And her and both Matt Smith and Capaldi had great chemistry.
Yeah.
This one, I don't want to spoil it because I did enjoy the episode. It was short though. That was my one gripe with this episode. It was very short.
They're pumping a lot of money into these fucking things now.
You can tell. You can definitely see the budget.
Yeah. You're gonna get a little bit shorter on time for the budget that those fucking episodes are receiving now.
46 minutes as opposed to the Christmas special was 56.
Yeah.
55, 46. Oh yeah, like actually a lot of the ones from that previous season were 44 and 45.
Yeah, that was they're short, but you do get a lot in there. So and Mrs. Flood's in it.
The neighbor?
The neighbor is.
And they're still teasing what the hell's going on with her.
No idea what's going on. She does something, and you're like, okay.
Wait, she's been weird the entire fucking time.
Well, because she sees the Doctor in the scene. He doesn't see her, but she sees him. And she says something, and you're like, what is going on? Like, please be a good payoff. Like, please actually pay off.
That's a season ender.
It's got to be, because it's even more confusing now. What's up?
She's the master.
No, because somebody pointed out something from last season, and I don't think she's the master.
I'm telling you. Mark my word.
Where did they leave the master last?
The master, the toy maker trapped the master into the gold tooth. So somebody pointed out in a picture from last year, she's wearing the gold tooth. So the master's trapped in it.
So she's probably getting taken over by the master.
I don't know.
Telling you.
He never goes away. He, she.
Yeah.
Missy. Master, Maestro.
I don't know.
Missy
was good.
Probably the best version. Well, obviously I don't know the older stuff, but as good as it was during Tennant's time, I think Missy was a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Especially when she tried to
tried to go face.
Yeah, she tried to turn corner.
Change
Yeah,
her ways.
yeah,
Yeah. Had her Magneto run.
yes. Her and the Doctor trying to work together.
Well, old friends.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next week and whichever one the cartoon one is going to be because that looks really cool.
Think that might be the next. At least that's what IMDb seems to be showing.
So the next week, so this Saturday is going to be the one where they get trapped in a cartoon.
Yep, Lux,
Cool.
April 19th. Yeah, they already have each one named and listed. It's Disney, don't fuck around.
No, they don't. Do you wanna? Well, that's the one, the only one that I watched that you got that you know.
Yeah.
All right. Justin, fill in the gap.
Yeah, so we watched, all of us apparently watched Not Just a Goof, the Goofy movie documentary.
I do want to get to the rest of that. I would have eventually seen it, but
It was really good.
How they set up Powerline is really cool.
Yeah. I was really happy with what it was. When we first clicked it on, I was like, oh shit, it's an hour and a half.
full-fledged.
I am surprised. But
there's a lot to making that movie that I didn't realize. Like, it was never one of my favorites, but having seen it a lot more because you guys tend to play it on occasion, I've appreciated it a lot. I think my sister watched it a few times when it came out, but like it was kind of whatever. It's very deep. It's a very parental movie.
Yeah.
I've always been a Goofy fan. I think it goes back to like the old Goofy shorts were on a lot.
Didn't enjoy the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Because Pop was like, he loved the old school Mickey Mouse cartoons and Looney Tunes. So whenever he was around and he wasn't working on the railroad, that was on. So Goofy, I think I leaned into him being a favorite character because of that. And then when that movie dropped, I remember the first time I didn't even like, because we were young, so I didn't know trailers and shit. I didn't know it was in the theater. I just remember stumbling upon it at the public library and taking it out. And I think I rented, or I guess it's not renting, there's borrowing from the library like at least 20 times after I first saw it. And then it was funny because when I met Ashley, you know, she was like, oh yeah, I love Disney. And I was like, oh really? And so I think we had like almost a 2-hour conversation about just Disney shit. That might have been the reason I fell in love with her. Because she was on my level of like Disney nerdiness. I was like, oh, what's your favorite Disney movie? She's like Little Mermaid, but I'll also say a Goofy movie. And I'm like, yeah, I think we should get married.
I really liked the animated moments in it, recreating the stories they're telling.
Yeah.
The animated version of what's his name? Katzenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eerily accurate.
Yeah.
To what he looks like.
So like when they wrap up the story, there's a whole animated thing.
Oh, good.
And it ties back to how it starts. That is like it right in the feels.
But Katzenberg said, oh, but let's not do the Goofy voice. Let's just have like Steve Martin. And Steve Martin do his voice.
What if Steve Martin? Wait, you want him to sound like Steve Martin? No. Steve Martin. We can get him. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But that was actually a really great moment where they go back to him like, all right, we got to try and do something different with this. You got to try and really act. You got to find range with Goofy.
Yeah.
Which, when you, after seeing the movie, you didn't realize at the time, Goofy didn't have much range.
No.
Goofy was just a pratfall.
He was a slapstick.
Yeah. And that movie, but we weren't sure. Was Goof Troop before that or Goof Troop?
Yeah, so Goof Troop came out a year before the movie released.
Okay. And because of the nature of that show, Goofy was just continued to be a pratfall. He's just slapstick, and then the movie
I mean,
called for.
the show built a bit more on his shoulders because he did. That's when Max was introduced.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily about parenting in the same way that the movie is.
Not
No,
as
not like the movie. No.
not like the movie.
Yeah, because the movie comes. It's kind of perfect writing. The movie comes at that important boy meets world
Mm-hmm.
juncture in Max's life where, yeah, getting a girl's attention is way more important than being around you, Dad. Sorry, it's just reality.
Roxanne's fucking hot too. Like
It's adorable.
her fucking cartoon character. I remember having all the feels.
I didn't realize that was Blossom's friend doing the voice.
There was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenna Van Oy.
Oy.
And there was another actress from back then that I had a mad crush on in that movie.
I love the fact that he broke out the VHS tapes.
Yeah, dude.
That was incredible. It's one great thing about Disney productions. They always have some behind the scene footage. Even back then when they wouldn't make a behind the scenes documentary about it, they always had them filming the crap out of everything.
There's a bit in that movie in the end where they like talk about the impact of like Disney movies on people. And it got me thinking because it got me emotional. Like the last like 20-25 minutes of that thing fucking oof, they hit the fucking emotional gas and they don't let up.
He has a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Kelly Martin. She was from Life Goes On. The sister in that. She was adorable too.
And she and I was just like like they have a Joe, you know, the montage where they're showing like flashes of all the different Disney movies and stuff, and I was like, it just makes you feel good. And then I turned to Ashley and James and I go, I have an idea. I go, we're almost done with the current series that we're doing on the theme parks now and then on Can't Stop the Rope Drop. I said, what if we now watch every animated Disney movie in order, and each week we go and we talk about the movie we had just watched and review it. So it's like they're like, well, how's that going to work? And I'm like, well, this weekend would be us wrapping up the final Disney park for then and now. It's the second half of Magic Kingdom we have.
How are we going to do that?
So watch this Sunday. Oh, how am I recording that this weekend?
Yeah, how are we going to fuck that pig?
We're probably going to do it Friday night.
Okay.
In the midst of me like clanging pans and shit. I was like, so Sunday on Easter, after everybody leaves and like, you know, Zach lays down or whatever, we can start with Snow White. And we're just gonna go every week after that.
So bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
I'm looking at.
We always have theme park news, but like this gives us, you know, and Ashley added to it. She's like, they're saying that there's always been hidden Mickeys in the movies. She's like, we should also look for them while we're doing this. And I was like, yeah, Easter eggs are fun. But yeah, Not Just a Goof is really good.
I'm looking at the list of Disney theatrical movies.
Yeah, it's theatrical releases. We're not doing the direct to video or DVD or whatever the fuck.
Oh shit! Do we have to do that as a retrospective too?
What?
For Nerdaties.
We could.
So
Pixar is easier, it's shorter.
Pixar's way easier.
In comparison.
Are you including like Reluctant Dragon, like Three Caballeros?
So no, because
technically they're theatrical.
But are they theatrical features?
That's that keyword there.
Right. So like Caballeros is a compilation of animated shorts that got thrown together with a through line cartoon. And Reluctant Dragon.
Wait, Caballeros is basically just
it's a clip show.
It's advertising for all those different countries.
Yeah. Right. And Saludos Amigos is kind of like similar. Yeah, it's the feature animated films. But yeah, anyway, moving on. The Residence continues to amaze. We're on the last episode. Still really don't know who the fuck did it. Because it's great. The Bondsman, I think we're 4 episodes deep into that now. Really good. Everybody's really good in it. I like the concept. The mystery is deepening around Kevin Bacon's character. Enjoyable. Devil May Cry. The fucking Adi Shankar, man. He knocked it out of the park with the Castlevania stuff. Devil May Cry is incredible. There's references to it being a fucking Capcom verse, and I hope he does more shit. They mentioned Raccoon City, Joe.
I have to watch more. Like,
and I'm like, is he going to be the one to crack the fucking Resident Evil nut?
I mean, I'd be more impressed if he did something good with Street Fighter.
The fight scenes in the show, Mike, are incredible. So I would be down if he does Street Fighter.
Resident Evil almost seems like the wrong series to do something that's that kind of crazy action-y. It would be more grounded and, well, not grounded and gritty. You have giant monsters and shit, but the human aspect of it should be a bit more run and gun.
Listen, Castlevania was incredible. I saw in him I trust with these fucking video game adaptations. There's a Mega Man bobblehead in a scene, and I'm like, you can do that. You could give me some Mega Man. I'm down.
All right, if they drop Power Stone in there somehow, maybe I'll watch.
Fucking Power Stone show. Yeah.
Just give me a Power Stone game. They still haven't announced when that fucking collection's coming out.
I know. And that brings us all the way around to the Daredevils.
Oh, the Devils.
I'm gonna sit back up for this.
Yeah, this demands attention.
Oof, what an episode.
What an episode indeed.
Oof.
I got mad. Like, both of us, she paused it. She's like, what the fuck?
Well, where do we begin?
Start at the very beginning. Very early in the episode, I believe, Wilson takes Vanessa to his dirty, dirty secret, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take long.
Yeah. He's like, so look, I did a thing.
Yeah. No, I didn't kill him. I want you to remember I didn't kill him.
But I will.
Yeah.
So that should have been the first inclination on the reveal.
Well, that was one of those reveals in the end that when you think about it, it's just so fucking obvious.
When you go back at it, you're like, okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she was in the position she was in, and Matt was face to face with Fisk, and he said, "I had nothing to do with your friend's death," and he passed the litmus test.
Yep.
There is only one other person who could have made that call, and the fact that none of us were thinking that just shows how great they were with this shell game.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Wait, did you call it?
You called it?
If I have to bring up our text messages from like a week or two ago where I was like, I think she murdered him, or she made it look like she murdered him.
Oh, yeah. That's been floated because in the comics, she helped fake his death.
So, yeah, she's a... And then,
It's interesting.
She's worse than he is.
Yeah, she is. Well, they're birds of a feather. I could have swore in the comics she was a lot more demure. She wasn't necessarily in the life, but maybe I'm just thinking of Into the Spider-Verse, where that version of Vanessa was like, I don't want anything to do with this life. Fuck you. Get away from our child. But in the comics, she's manipulating.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And this version, she's taken like a duck to water to the criminal empire.
Well,
she might be even more calculating than he is.
Yeah.
because it's less obvious.
And then we got Fisk promoted Gandolfini as deputy mayor.
Well, deputy mayor of communications. Was that the beginning of the episode?
I know I'm going out of order. I'm trying to remember if that happened before the
That was very early in the
the
episode.
jail scene when
Well,
Matt.
all that first act stuff we can kind of overlap. However, because like he sets up Gandolfini's character. He puts him up into a higher position now, which ruffles the feathers of his assistant or his handler. I don't even remember what she is. She helped.
She's is public public
affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had a nice little back and forth. Her and Gandolfini's character. You can tell even though she's like, I don't dislike you. Not that I don't think you're ready for the job. I just don't necessarily think I don't think you can do the job. Is I don't quite know if you're ready for it.
But this is BB's in.
That moment where she interacts with the fucking. Oh yeah. By the way, those cops are the worst.
Oh yeah, it's the absolute worst.
I cannot wait. Hopefully that leader of the pack gets taken out this episode. If not,
I want to see Frank take him out.
Frank's got him.
Frank, yeah.
They're abusing the logo.
Mm-hmm.
They're co-opting his. They're breaking one of his cardinal rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the law is the law. It should be, if you're a bad person, if you're a criminal, you should be killed. But you don't abuse that power.
I hope I know this episode's gonna end on a fucking cliffhanger. I just know it.
Well, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be split.
Yeah. Although that might have been one of the things that they tweaked in the reshoots. When those fucking bastards, right in front of the commissioner, dump that guy's hands in a fryer-later,
right?
Holy shit!
And say, "What the fuck are you gonna do about it?"
I can't wait for just
there's
karma.
BB's conversation with him. I'm like, they're both gonna die.
Commissioner's gonna die. I'll be
he's dead.
Really pissed off if they kill 2 Yoriks in one series.
I hope not. I hope not. I hope this is somehow going to get back to BB. Somehow going to get to Matt, Daredevil.
I think she's going to do it on her own. She's going to have a parallel story where she's actually going to be the one that helps take down Fisk. She's going to do what her uncle always tried to do. She's going to vindicate his work by using what the commissioner gets her before the commissioner gets off. He's fucking done. He's
done.
not making it out of this episode.
Yeah, he's so dead.
Yeah.
So dead.
Yeah.
But he's going to hand off that info to her mere nanoseconds before he gets capped.
Yeah.
Great moment with the swordsman.
Fucking A.
I love what they've done with him. He was douche-tastic in Hawkeye up until that final episode or two.
Right.
And then did a complete 180. I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's great. Because he's really taken on the vigilante life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has nothing to lose. Just, I'm
like,
using my abilities now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that would be an isolated incident. And Fisk's, I got you wrapped around my finger. You're gonna do what I tell you to. All right, Fisk. Let me just walk away for now and figure out how I'm not going to do this for you.
We do need to talk about that jail scene with Matt and Dex.
I was just talking to someone the other day how this keeps with the theme that Matt's biggest enemy is always Matt.
Yes.
Matt's anger is always Matt's biggest enemy.
Yeah.
Because if he had just kept his shit together and not bashed Bullseye's head in the fucking table, the whole night would have ended very differently.
Yep.
But because he didn't, and because he pulled the Star-Lord, Bullseye was able to escape, kill many, many people, and the tension of that dance sequence.
Holy shit.
The handoff And the fact that they're essentially both having the same conversation
Mm-hmm.
with the other person's significant other was so incredible. Yet no one explicitly says what needs to be said.
No. In the slow buildup of Bullseye walking in, and then that blue light on him.
The fact that we don't get his costume except for that first episode, I don't love. But the fact whenever he goes into full Bullseye mode, we get his color motif. That's enough for me.
Do know the full costume's coming season 2.
Yeah. Well, not the comic version. It's the same one from the beginning,
Right.
which kind of bums me out. I mean, he should have a version of the Daredevil costume that he can just spray paint, which would be even more insulting to Matt.
But the realization when Matt put 2 and 2 together was like, that's just the way they framed that shot. It's like,
yeah. I was just saying the other day too, when Dr. Glenn's character wakes up after the Muse episode, and Matt's the first person to be there, we're gonna get a parallel here. When Matt wakes up in the hospital recovering from his bullet wound, she's gonna be the first one there, confronting him with the fact that, all right, I'm not a fucking idiot.
yep, you're Daredevil.
I know exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go back to that bullet wound. Do you think he was actually trying to save Fisk, trying to save her, or just get in the way of the bullet?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Because could he have thought the bullet could have been close to
Helen?
Yeah, to
Heather.
Helen.
I don't know though, because that's his gimmick, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's a question worth asking when it comes down to it. It's Matt. He's trying to do the right thing. He doesn't want to see anybody die. If anybody's got to die, it should be him. He's got the most hero complex maybe in all of Marvel. He's got a Christ complex. He's willing to martyr himself even for his enemy. Now, the more important question is, how does Fisk react to this?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Is like, did Matt do it because he realized Fisk wasn't the one who made the fucking call on Foggy?
I think that helped, but I think it's all wrapped up together. It's Fisk wasn't guilty in this thing. Heather's there. Someone's about to die. But I think all of that is secondary. Just someone's about to die. I have the ability to stop it. I know it's going to happen. I have to step in here. That's the right thing to do. And he took a bullet. And he ends the episode the same way Foggy ended his final episode.
He took
Counting the lights.
Yep.
And it was fucking intense. And that was another Benson and Moorhead episode. Those guys really understand how to do this. If Marvel doesn't give those two guys a feature film, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They've done episodes of Moon Knight. They've done episodes of Loki, and this. They are primed for something big.
So, tonight's the season finale is an hour long. Just to let everybody know.
Good.
Hour.
Needs to be. I want to know how he's going to heal quick enough from a bullet wound to get back in that suit. Because if we don't see him in action in this final episode, I'll feel a little bit robbed.
He won't be.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Joe, I think Joe hit it right on the head. It's gonna cliffhanger. This next gonna be. I'm gonna say half of it's gonna be like Matt having some kind of surreal like moment with Foggy and like the Void or whatever.
I'd go for hallucination. I'd be all right with hallucination. I don't want some metaphysical thing.
Most of the action we're gonna see in this is gonna be probably Frank.
I could see that.
I don't even think we're gonna get Frank.
I did just see the thumbnail.
Okay.
The thumbnail's Frank.
He is involved.
He is in the episode. But I didn't read any details of that. I just saw the thumbnail. But I think that's the bulk of the action is just going to be him.
He better take out that fucking goon squad.
are they shooting his one off, or like did they start production on the Punisher special?
Not that I know of. They were just. I think they're wrapping up season 2.
Okay.
So, and he co-wrote the special. Something tells me they're rolling right into Punisher after. Might as well. He's in shape. He's got the haircut.
Mm-hmm.
They have all the production value there. Yeah. It's been a great season. Barely any fat on this one.
Yeah. Oh, just. Whew.
All right. Good reviews, boys. Let's get into some news.
Okay.
John Boyega was asked what MCU character he'd like to be, and I think he's answered this question before. I still like it. He said he wants to be Bishop.
That's not how that went down.
Well, someone said.
He said he wasn't sure, and then someone suggested Bishop. He's like, "Yeah, I'd play Bishop."
In the past, though, I'm pretty sure he has mentioned Bishop. He said he's talked to Feige about Bishop. I heard another thing. I'd kind of prefer to see him play Jericho Drum.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bishop is a tortured character in a lot of ways. He's almost too serious. It would be like seeing him play Moses again.
Right.
Jericho Drum, he's a magician. He's on par with Doctor Strange.
A former Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes. And he gets to play the emotional spectrum a lot better. When shit gets serious, he is super duper serious.
Oh man,
but
if
he can be
that,
lighthearted.
They're really gonna do that fucking Strange Academy thing. I'd love to fucking see him on there.
Boyega leading Strange Academy with Cumberbatch coming in every once in a while, and that rolls into Doctor Strange 3.
Yes.
And you get all of those characters. You get like Doyle Dormammu. You get the Asgardian kids. It's so easy to set up now. You got Asgardians on Earth.
Yep.
Why not let's just roll them in.
Is they're already there? Just
yeah. DC has put in place an anti-tariff pricing on a handful of their young adult and middle school or mid-grade. Let's see how the wording goes. They're dropping the prices 10% on a handful of their books.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Where was the exact? There it is. DC has officially applied a 10% anti-tariff discount on all young adult and middle-grade graphic novels to support retailers. Over 97 DC titles are now on sale. Now, I don't know if that's 97 monthlies or 97 graphic novels that are just good to get kids in. Drop 6 issues on them at once at a much less expensive price. But that was almost Nerd of the Week. I'm pretty thin on actual news. So I put that in there. My last bit of news is kind of a weird sciencey thing. After the 5.2 magnitude earthquake in California yesterday,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
A herd of elephants grouped themselves around the smallest member of their crew, a 7-year-old, in what is called an alert circle, and lasted like that for 5 minutes. Fucking animals, man.
Yeah.
Truly magnificent.
They should really get the planet back.
Yeah.
We're fucking shit up too much.
Yeah, if we just fucked off and let the elephants have it back.
Just like animals in general. Just let the animals have it.
Things were a lot better when it was just the Lion King.
Yeah.
An actual circle of life. Yeah, there wasn't much more news from me.
I got some news. Apparently, if you say bad things about the orange one on 60 Minutes, he's gonna come and try to revoke your fucking show.
License. Yeah.
Your license. So, to that I say, bring it, big boy.
Wow, if we can get some notoriety for shitting on him, that's the best part. We don't have a license you can pull.
Bitch.
Fuck you, Orange Julius Caesar.
Beetlejuice 3 and Gremlins 3 are confirmed in the writing process as we speak by the Warner Brothers peoples.
After Beetlejuice, I'm a little, not soured, a little cold on seeing another one. I'm not as hyped.
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
want to see where they go with another Gremlins, though.
Yes. I would like
Yeah.
to see a continuation of that.
Far too long. We're in the 35-year range now.
Yeah. Beetlejuice, on the other hand.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It was a movie.
It was a movie. Michael
Unless
Keaton
they do
was in it.
something. Yeah,
We still haven't watched it.
it's like you should probably watch Star Trek Beyond before you watch
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It was.
You sh- you should watch Tuesday, and you'll probably cry less.
Nice.
I don't. There's some things that happen in Beetlejuice. You're like, why? And I don't. And then another thing happens. You're like, okay, don't. Why?
It just kind of was. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, this is a bit of nostalgia, watered down nostalgia.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah. The
Two
dad's in it.
different movies. Yeah,
The, the the dad is in it.
yeah. We got Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was two different movies that they didn't have enough plot for, that they sewed together, and I should say stapled together, because
Yeah.
that's what one of the characters was.
Yep. You get Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe acted his ass off, man. The performances were really all that kept that movie together. So I'm not as into a third one, but yeah. Gremlins, the fuck, man. You're dragging ass on that property for way too long.
Yeah. Give me a third one.
Still gotta watch that animated series. Was that on Netflix?
No, it's on Max.
It's on Max. All right, I gotta dip into that eventually.
Rohan Campbell, the director of Halloween Ends, has been, or no, I'm sorry, the star of Halloween Ends, has been cast in the upcoming Silent Night, Deadly Night remake, directed by Mike P. Nelson.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. Which one was that one? Was that the sorority sisters?
I believe so.
Because if so, I don't really want them to remake that.
Well,
No, I think this is a different one. I was thinking of Black Christmas.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Black Christmas was really good. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't think I've ever seen this one.
It's an old horror flick.
84. Little Billy witnesses his parents getting killed by Santa after being warned by his senile grandpa that Santa punishes those who are naughty. Now Billy is 18 and out of the orphanage, and he has just become Santa himself. Okay, I've seen some kind of Joe Blow stuff about this one. So maybe they could do something with it.
Courtney Hengler, Mrs. LaRusso
Mm-hmm.
on Cobra Kai,
Yeah.
is stepping away from acting after 20 years.
Yep.
Hmm.
Retiring on a high note.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So I know the world's a fucked up place in general, but like lately, shit has been popping off. Did you guys hear about what happened to Scott Schreiner of Weezer's wife?
Yeah.
I saw a headline. I did not hear details, and I've been hoping. I mean, it's getting overshadowed by a lot of stuff. So this is my opportunity. Lay it on.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
So, Jillian Lauren, who starred in the Stars documentary Confronting a Serial Killer, was shot outside of her home in Los Angeles. She's a true crime author and wife of Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner. She was shot by the LA police in a bizarre standoff and arrested last Tuesday, and has since been accused of attempted murder. According to a press release issued by the LAPD on Wednesday, the convoluted incident began when 3 suspects in a misdemeanor hit and run allegedly fled the scene of a traffic accident on the 134 freeway and escaped into a residential area in the neighborhood of Eagle Rock. Police say that they established a perimeter on Waldo Place after one of the suspects was allegedly spotted there, that a nearby homeowner, later identified as Lauren, walked out of her house with a handgun. Lauren, 51, was also known as Jillian Schreiner, was warned to drop the weapon but refused and eventually pointed the gun towards police officers, authorities allege. The press release states that Lauren was struck by gunfire in an officer-involved shooting and retreated into her home before returning outside, where she was taken into custody. Paramedics transported her to a hospital. She was treated for non-life-threatening gunshot wounds.
I have a feeling we're gonna get one of those. I swear, it looked like a gun situations.
Yeah, because here's what just came out about it. She was home recovering from cancer.
Oh man, can you imagine? Like, you get out of the hospital being treated with cancer and then get fucking filled with lead.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a hard time believing someone. It's not impossible. It's not beyond
Yeah.
scope
She's
of reason.
recovering from a fucking hysterectomy
And the idea is that she came outside
with a gun.
hacking and did a standoff with the police.
Probably some sort of fucking medical equipment.
Yeah. Probably a fucking colostomy bag in her hand.
Probably something like that. Everybody needs to take a deep breath and calm the fuck down.
It was an IV rack, officers. Oh, you heard about the kid in Idaho, right?
So the stab stuff?
Oh, no, the autistic kid who was on his own property.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, was shot through the fence multiple times. Died. He died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is America.
Mm-hmm. Shoot first, answer questions never. Qualified immunity is what they call it.
Moving on to some happier news, I guess. The Hellfire Gala will return with a twist.
Hellfire Vigil.
Hellfire Gala is an iconic event born of the Krakoa age of X-Men comics. Blah, 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 yada, yada. The tradition continues in 2025 with X-Men Hellfire Vigil. Presented by an all-star team of Marvel Comics writers and artists, the Hellfire Vigil special will set the stage for the next year of X-Men. The story is set 1 year after the last Hellfire Gala. It was here that a cowardly attack and smear campaign by anti-mutant bigots struck a cruel blow against the mutant homeland. However, while they may be bloodied, the mutant people are not beaten. This consequently leads to a new Hellfire Gala, held as a vigil for the fallen and all that was lost. However, they like to use however a lot. While the purpose for the gathering may be different, the same fancy costumes will remain, so will the personal dramas that define the X-Men.
There's a lot of writers, like article writers, who are very lazy with their writing. They have crutches. It's like they never go over their work, and their editors just don't give a shit. As long as the punctuation's in the proper place, it doesn't matter if repetition occurs. That's frustrating. I've taken the last year off of X-Men after the Krakoan age came to an end. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pause on mutants for a little bit. It got expensive. So I don't know much about what's been going on except for little occasional updates I'll see and like solicitations. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. I don't know if I want to dip my toe back in.
Yeah. The X-Men, they have too many books going on.
They always do. And then after major events like this, they'll keep a handful and then shuffle some out and then shuffle new ones in. I think right now there's somewhere around 10 or 11 books at least. And I think 3 of them are Wolverines.
Yeah. Speaking with Deadline, Warner Brothers Television Group CEO Channing Dungey was asked for an update on the potential Penguin Season 2. A lot of fancy talk around the probably not. We don't know what's going on with the Batman.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Reeves has got to get his ducks in a row before they can even move forward.
Yeah.
Can't go lay in that track before Matt Reeves knows where the train's supposed to be
Isn't
going.
it going to get delayed again?
Well, yeah, he said they didn't have the script ready. The headline I saw is he's having personal issues.
I'm telling you now, that movie's not getting.
We'll
It's,
see Brave and the Bold before Batman 2.
well, we definitely will. They've at least got a script ready for that. I mean, I can see either way. It's not like they can't have two Batmans going on at once.
But I think when they keep hitting roadblocks like this and it's
Yeah.
not a studio issue, they're just going to be like, you know what, we don't need it.
Yeah, they really don't. It was a nice experiment. We got some money out of it. It didn't fail, and we had a show that people liked. It got some nods. It did it get some Emmy nominations or something. It got love,
Yeah.
but we don't have to stick with this.
Good. It's time for food news. Let's dig in.
Oh, is that the new term? Is that your catchphrase?
Are you guys a fan of the snacks that are the broken off pieces of ice cream cones that have the chocolate core, but like,
Oh, the whatever the fuck. I know what they're. I've seen them.
We
They're
just
little-
saw them Sunday. I can't remember
yeah,
the name.
they're little cone bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was genius to like, hey, we have all these broken ass pieces. Let's try to make some money on them.
But that's not what it is. They're making these things now to take
well,
advantage of the fact that people like them, and it's not
all
the
of those-
same. It doesn't taste the same.
all those companies were
Mm.
until now, because Drumstick was finally like, hey, don't steal our fucking thunder.
Hmm.
Here's a bag full of the fucking broken ass pieces of the cone.
Now that I'd eat.
Okay.
Say, like, the idea is great, and then I had him. It's just like, no, this feels fake.
Yeah.
When you get to the bottom of a drumstick, you've just experienced the ice cream, and there's a bit of it in there. It's cold. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
This is a superficial attempt to try and capture that feeling, and I'm not eating a bag of cone bottoms here.
No, I want my ice cream with it.
I mean, I like them.
They're all right, but it's not the same thing.
One of the next two things is quite possibly like one of the happiest food news moments I've had in a long time because I missed this item. First up is Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus, dropping April 21st. So the 20 millionth flavor of fucking Mountain Dew.
That made me yawn. Hearing Mountain Dew mentioned made me yawn.
Does anybody else remember the glory that was guacamole Doritos?
I remember them. Yes.
Fucking incredible.
Well, you're a guacamaniac, so I can see why
Yeah, I
this is
fucking
getting
love
your
guac, bro.
Yeah, I love guacamole.
April 28th, Joe. They're hitting store shelves again.
Dude, I want some guac.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Stick your cock in that guac.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll my
Damn
fucking
right.
ball around in it.
You know, rock that cock in the guac.
Red Vines was like, hey, we get it. No one really likes Red Vines. They like say they do, but like, so
I like
we're-
red vines.
yeah. See, sure you do.
I do.
They're putting out. They're fucking disgusting.
Better than Twizzlers?
They're different. They're just different.
Different isn't always good.
They're putting out gummies.
Hmm.
Yes, Vines gummy pieces. PEACES. They're little peace signs. Tropical blends, mango dragon fruit, guava sunrise, island punch, and passion fruit.
THC gummies or just like
No, just
yeah,
gummies,
okay.
like
Huh.
gummy bear gummies. I
Like-
know those flavors sound incredible. I too will actually buy a Red Vines product.
I suppose. I would rather use red vines as laces in my shoes.
I know. I know a couple of meth heads that, or crackheads that use Red Vines to tie off their arms for
That's
veins.
awful.
Way better use.
Yes, Red Vines are awful.
Mhm.
Hey, Lay's has got their 3 finalists in the Do Us a Flavor competition for this year. They are Valentina and Lime. So that's a brand of hot sauce. Korean style fried chicken wavy Lay's. I'm gonna try that. Honestly, that sounds fucking good.
Hmm.
And bacon grilled cheese.
That'll probably win.
Yeah, it's probably gonna win. Bacon and cheese is good.
That's a gimme. If they can get that bread flavor down right, people are gonna love that. It's kind of fucked up though. The name of the competition is what was it again?
Do us a flavor.
Do us a flavor. More like do our fucking work for us.
Pretty much. Yeah, but you get $1 million.
All right, so then you make money for your work.
But the $1 million is also cursed.
No, that's a bad thing.
Limited edition Kraft macaroni and cheese smoky barbecue flavor hitting store shelves soon. And Pepperidge Farms
I remember.
swirl bread caramel brioche.
Ooh.
I smell some French toast in our future, Michael.
I like caramel. I like brioche.
Caramel Texas toast. Get a little bigger.
Yes. McCormick has a limited edition line of finishing salts.
Finishing salt. Have you gone to finishing salt school?
A brown butter finishing salt,
Crisp.
watermelon lime, zesty lemon, balsamic and herb, and smoky garlic and rosemary.
Okay, that last one's got me interested in trying. But watermelon and lime, was it?
Yes, watermelon and lime.
I don't want it. I don't want to taste it.
I don't really want to try that one either.
But it cocks my head a bit. I'm like, oh, that's you never hear of watermelon as a flavoring for savory.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stroke my beard and cluck my tongue a bit.
Oreo is putting out a stuffed
Fucking course.
is putting out a stuffed cupcake.
Cupcake flavored or Oreo flavored cupcake?
Oreo.
So it is like a Hostess cupcake. So it is the chocolate cake cream filling. The icing is the Oreo frost, like the Oreo cream,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a fucking Oreo like right on the top.
Okay.
Not a bad thing,
Mm.
but this is a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
I would try this though.
Yeah, I mean, if they came in like a pack of three
Yeah,
or six, I think it would be worth a try. You know, everybody kick in a buck, see how much we like this thing.
because like I like Oreos.
Yeah.
I'm not the hugest cupcake fan, but as a kid growing up, Hostess cupcakes were the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Those swirly top ones.
So
Just,
fucking
So good.
I'd get in on trying some of this.
but it's one of those things like now if it was one of the soft Oreos on top,
The Cakesters.
the Cakesters, that makes all the sense in the world. Because I'm obviously the logistics of
I
eating all
like
these things.
a little bit of the textural difference there. I like that everything's soft and moist, and then you get the crunch.
But to try and eat it, like if it's got the wrapper, you take the wrapper off and then you put
So
it in your mouth.
It's not an entire. It's just like it's an Oreo cookie, like one wafer on top of the cream.
Okay, so I was picturing a whole cookie.
Yeah.
If it was crumbled up cookie,
That
that
would
would
be
make a ton of sense.
good. Guy
Would be
Fieri's Flavor Town is taking over a dry seasoning now, with a garlic butter all-purpose rub, brown sugar barbecue rub, an all-purpose seasoning, a cluckin' chicken rub,
Oh,
the
cluck.
ultimate steak butter rub, and burger joint seasoning.
Okay.
They don't sound bad.
No.
They
I had the his everything sauce in the sauce lines. It's pretty good.
Hmm.
Pretty good.
He's not horrendous with food. We know this. There's just certain foods he is horrendous with.
Yeah.
Cakearoni.
Fuck you. Ah.
You can taste it now, right? I don't like your
It's
tongue. You want to
there.
scrape it off?
When I say good humor, you think what?
Good humor. Good humor. Oh, I thought we were doing a call and repeat.
No.
Chocolate
Ice cream.
eclair.
Ice creams, right?
Ice cream.
Well, good humor is getting into the fucking cookie business.
Guys driving around dressed like perverts. Oh, cookies. Okay.
Cookies.
Yeah.
They are releasing Oreo-like cookies in Good Humor Creamsicle Cookie, which is a vanilla cookie with a orange cream filling, and a strawberry shortcake cookie, which is the vanilla cookie with a strawberries and cream filling. And I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty fucking good.
They're not bad ideas.
No,
Not at all.
Could they do like the chocolate candy crunch one?
They're now, I know, right?
That
The
was
eclair type?
no. They had like remember like the ice cream bar had the had like the candy cookie in it.
Yeah. So they had one, and it was almost like a Nestle's Crunch Bar on the inside,
Ooh.
and then it was the vanilla ice cream was wrapped around that, and then it was dipped in the magic shell shit that had crispy rice in it.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp crumb coating.
Fucking delicious. Those were so good. Flips pretzels. They see Hershey's coming at them with all these Hershey's variants, and they're like, "Hold my beer." Fried Oreo flavored pretzels.
Oh my god!
That sounds freakish.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to fucking try it.
There's way too much chemistry involved in making that taste right.
I know. And it looks like it's dusted with the powdered sugar.
Ooh.
So like, this has to be tried.
Like the pretzels themselves are flavored. It's not just like some kind
No,
of coating.
It's the pretzel, and then it's dipped in the coating. It's got chocolate drizzle and what looks to be the powdered sugar on it as well.
Shit, I gotta put one of those in my mouth.
Right? I'm like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing here? What are you doing to me? Kellogg's Frosted Flakes has new cookies and cream milkshake flavored flakes. Joe, we're recording. The faces you're making are fucking incredible. You're just like,
Oh. Please run that by me again and then give me a description. I'm having a hard time visualizing that.
Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Cookies and cream milkshake flavored.
Okay. Making more sense now. It's crazy now. Like you say a company and then you say the product and then you say what the variation is. I don't know. Like it's one of those like you have like spinning wheels like and each one is an image. I don't know where the images fall anymore. Because it could be Frosted Flake flavored cookies and cream. Who the fuck knows what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try this though.
Man, sure.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I've lost my luster for Frosted Flakes, but this could. I'll do a bowl.
Always a Frosted Flakes fan. I like Frosted Flakes.
They're another one where if you don't eat them quick enough, you lose all the sugar right in the bottom.
Yeah, I like that though, because I like going in for that sugary ass milk after.
Just
Uh,
crunch.
Canada,
That Clark Griswold crunch.
Canada Dry at Sam's Club, BJ's, and Costco has a limited edition summer variety pack featuring the Fruit Splash Cherry Ginger Ale and Fruit Splash Strawberry Ginger Ale.
You can give a quick review on that.
We can.
Hmm.
Mike got the Cherry Ginger Ale the other day, and it's alright. It tastes closer to a Shirley Temple than the 7-Up Shirley Temple tasted.
Which is odd.
Yes, it's actually traditionally Shirley Temples are made with ginger ale.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Now you do. They were later transitioned into the lemon lime soda, but traditionally it is ginger ale.
See, now I want to try a 50-50 mix of ginger ale, lemon lime soda
And
with grenadine. See if
Well,
it's that perfect type
you're
of
in luck because I have a bottle of grenadine here, and
What?
we just need some more Sprite.
Uh-huh.
Gatorade Mashups has got a third flavor in its line: Glacier Freeze and Glacier Cherry. I like Gatorade.
I haven't had Gatorade in so long.
Not as much anymore because I'm an old man and I have to watch my sugar content so I don't
Yeah.
get diabetes.
I've gotten very fuddy-duddy with Gatorade. Out of all of these sports drinks, they're the one that is the most obviously like
That's why I
90%
go
sugar.
with Body Armor, low calorie or the zero sugar, which the cherry limeade zero sugar Body Armor is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm a little miffed that they don't have the little powder packs in cherry limeade. That's what I go to now. Every day I have one of those in my water. And I like mixing it up. I got the tropical punch, lemon lime, some Gatorade, some grape. I would like some cherry in there.
Cherry limeade, incredible.
Why not? Sounds like a viable option to me.
Coffee Mate is the last food news I have here, and they have orange cream soda Coffee Mate that you can put in a coffee, I guess, or as they're marketing this for dirty soda, it's soda that you mix blessings, coffee creamers with is a thing, I guess people do.
Ew.
Well, I was a big fan of soda milk as a kid. I don't know if you ever tried soda milk.
No.
That's where you do an equal mixture of Coca-Cola and milk. It's not exactly mind-blowingly challenging.
Uh-huh.
It's tasty. Surprisingly tasty. It seems like this wouldn't be too far off, except I don't think you could do an even mixture of Coca-Cola and creamer. Neither financially or health viable.
No, this doesn't sound appetizing.
Mm-mm. It's like a White Russian kind of thing.
I guess.
That's not my party. Not my pig, not my farm.
It's time for Douche Nerd.
Beyond the obvious political ramifications of certain people doing horrendous decisions.
Well, I mean, we should call out the fact that he walked back the tariffs so that people with lots of money could buy stocks and then profit.
Yeah. And hopefully someone with a bit of scruples will actually go forward with investigating the situation, and maybe someone will at least get a slap on the wrist.
Maybe somebody at Harvard will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harvard.
Yeah, the only people who are actually standing up to him right now.
Besides us. Then there's we accidentally sent this guy to prison in El Salvador, and like, our bad, but we're not going to do anything. And then the Supreme Court was like, yeah, but you need to bring him back. And then they're like, nah, we're not going to do it.
I tell you what, instead of bringing him back, we'll have the president, giant air quotes, of El Salvador come. Not a dictator, mind you. A president, even though he calls himself the coolest dictator in the world.
Yeah.
We'll have the president of El Salvador come hang out in the Oval Office and be like, I can't do that. Who do you think I am? I can't just put a guy on a plane because you tell me
terrorist.
to. They can't just send you a terrorist even though you tell me he's not one. Come on. You're paying me more money than we usually have to store him. And I'm not going to do that when you're going to send me even more criminals.
Yeah. And then Trump's like, you know what? I might send U.S. citizens there too, because I am not a bad man.
Yeah, because I have so many morals, and we have so many criminals. We just need to give them to you, and then they'll never be able to come back because you what can you do? You don't have like airports there to send people back. How does that happen? How could that even go down? So you just keep them. They just stay there forever. This is a fucking Black Mirror episode. On a slightly lighter tone, my douche of the week. All these fucking teenagers going to see the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, man.
And absolutely, like, you go see a movie that I don't care about. Fine, I don't give a shit. It's breaking records. Cool, you have a thing you love. It's when a certain scene happens involving some fucking character that gets their dicks all hard that they're just trashing the theater. Not damaging the seats or anything, not fucking with the carpet, but they're just throwing their popcorn everywhere when some dipshit zombie jumps on the back of a chicken. Like, I had that job to clean up a theater. And when The Waterboy came out, which was the biggest selling movie during my time at that company, I dreaded going in there and sweeping up because it took like 20 minutes. And it wasn't nearly as bad as what these fucking animals are doing. Show some respect. You want to cheer, you're happy, cool. Don't flail your fucking popcorn around. And on top of that, what kind of idiot pays like $15 for a popcorn and then throws it all over the place?
Right?
People are dumb.
There are kids in Ukraine starving right now. And getting bombed to shit because our president's an asshole. But there's a lot of people that would like to have that popcorn.
Fuck all these people.
A couple of nerds.
They got a couple nerds.
When asked this week what DCU role he'd be interested in, Vincent D'Onofrio, without hesitation, said, "I'd like to be Swamp Thing."
Yep.
And I'd like to see Vincent D'Onofrio as Swamp Thing.
Yep. Please.
Yeah. That's pretty
Okay.
fucking fitting. That's really fitting. My other nerd of the week, this not just Bernie Sanders at Coachella. Other shit happened too. Yo Gabba Gabba came back
Yeah.
and performed at Coachella, which that's not in my wheelhouse. I didn't have kids. I don't have kids. I wasn't young enough to be into Yo Gabba Gabba. But I do have a soft spot for Weird Al Yankovic. And I definitely have a soft spot for Weird Al Yankovic singing Rainbow Connection with Yo Gabba Gabba at Coachella, blowing everyone's fucking minds. Dude, that looked like an HR Puffin stuff trip happening.
Was Sigmund the Sea Monster HR Puff and stuff was on stage too.
He was?
Yeah, bro.
No wonder that peaked in my brain. So yeah, for both of those things, that's a bit of beauty right there. Keep it weird, Al.
Okay, so one to the Chinese government
You don't say that often.
for dropping the secrecy clause that luxury brands had in place with Chinese manufacturers and releasing videos exposing that their favorite luxury brands are made there and like how cheaply they're made and how overpriced they're getting for these fucking luxury bags. I enjoy the fact that we've really fucked up hard and now China's like, oh, fuck you.
We've been keeping secret. You guys could have
So hard.
Yeah, you guys could have played nice. You didn't have to fuck around like this. We have receipts. We have all the receipts. Literally the receipts, because you've been buying everything from us. Do not fuck around. You want to say that Ukraine's got none of the cards? Nah, bro. You're not even playing with a fucking full deck at this point.
Stupid Americans. Lego did something really cool, and I thought I had the fucking thing saved, and now I can't seem to. There it is. Lego opened a $1 billion factory in Vietnam that it says will make toys without adding planet-warming gas to the atmosphere by relying entirely on clean energy.
Ah,
Nice.
it's a ray of sunlight, literally.
Thanks, Lego. And my last bit, also from Coachella. California punk rockers, the Circle Jerks, didn't pull any punches as they riffed to a Coachella crowd about Luigi Mangione. And they said they want an army of Luigis.
Oof.
I'm not going to condone their actions, but I'm also going to say it's an interesting concept.
Yeah, if I may paraphrase Chris Rock, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I understand. All right.
And with that, no more.
Lights on the airfield are coming into view.
Oh, don't say shit like that. Not in this day and age. Don't. The show's gonna crash or something.
Well, the show's crashed many times. I'm gonna fly soon. You don't think I'm worried?
No.
Well,
If you what, Joe?
I was gonna try to say something lighthearted, and my brain just stopped working.
Oh, cool. I mean, we got the whole end bit. That's always uplifting.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear, head over to facebook.com/nerdities, at nerdities on Twitter, where our legion is growing because I keep talking shit to Elon Musk. You're welcome, boys. We're also on Instagram. I'd like us to be on TikTok, but no, we don't get together to do anything fun anymore. Cue sad Hulk music now. Don't go to the website. We're ending that now. There's no point. It's old. If you want a museum of weird shit on the net, sure.
You mean the Loki and the Batman trailer? Yeah.
I instead direct you to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdaties, NERDATIS. Buy all of our cool t-shirts because you should.
If you miss that feeling of when you used to sign on to MySpace, yeah.
Check out my family-friendly podcast about Disney and travel, Can't Stop the Rope Drop, wherever you get your fine free podcasts. Mike is on there often. Joe was on the first episode, and we are trying to get Joe on the 100th episode.
I won't say fuck this time.
Please don't. A new show of ours launches on Memorial Day weekend. It is our scripted, unscripted D&D pro wrestling show in which we play a D&D campaign set in a mythical pro wrestling league. And fun times ensue. Super proud of everybody that's working on it. Mike, Kyle, Jamesy, former intern Kel, her husband, Keith, who is exceptional in his roles. Super, super happy, super proud. Can't wait for you guys to take a listen. There will be merch. We are going to add shirts for the fictitious wrestlers of this company on our pro wrestling tees.
Thereby validating the fact that we're on a wrestling website. So it all comes full circle.
That's right, bitch. As the wheels are always fucking turning. So yeah, that is coming. Joe, what else be coming?
So coming to our YouTubes, youtube.com/nerdities. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to all things Nerdaties. And remember, you can watch The One Above All on YouTube, along with a collection of our many fine videos. Stay tuned for season 2 of Nerdaties, which we will be shooting in 2 weeks. And it is theme park themed. We do have a live show coming up next week.
Yeah, it's trivia night next week. Yeah. Also, we have an interview before trivia night. I'm trying to get that moved.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we also do great interviews. You could check those out on YouTube as well. We have our Halloween special and Christmas special that we have received a script for, and I finally read it.
Most of us read.
We have a 100 greatest list coming with a special guest.
So special. I cannot fucking wait.
Extra special.
We need money. Give us money. Just give us, budgets would be nice. Budgets being big things. And remember, croon soon. Talk about your business and or product. And Scandinavian swimmers are awesome.
Also, check out our OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/nerdities. A lot of ice pop deep throating. Joe with pretzels on his nipples.
I'll figure out my niche. Don't worry. I got to bring something to the table. Maybe I'll just make tables.
Kyle's just like, Kyle eats Oreos with the stack of Oreos resting on his belly.
Mm-hmm.
And Vinny just pops in from different countries. That's what.
He does split kicks. Crotch facing the.
Intense split kicks.
Yeah.
And then Megan belittles him about it.
Mhm. Gives him pointers on technique.
Yeah.
Okay. The opinions of the Nerdies crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but our next would be far more insulting. Oh, boy.
Bye.